It's Mark Pires. I was walking down the road today looking for... And this is the longest running show on the planet. 1,534 days in a row. This is Mark Inspires. I hope you are doing great tonight. We're about to get into it. Like we do every single day here, fam and friends. So I hope you're joining me from a comfortable couch. You're sitting with a friggin' drink in your hand or something, because we're going to get into it. I got my Jaguar out. We haven't played music in about 5 days because we've been recording movie after movie. Well, you know what? Tonight we're playing music. But guys, if you haven't yet, please head over to YouTube and join us. I've been dropping Shark Tank, the parody of Shark Tank, Coming to America, the Coca-Cola comedy, and my 8th feature film, Back to the Future, Mark. I'm going to be sharing the premiere or pieces of it with you guys tomorrow. I've been editing it throughout the day today and getting all these little zoom-ins. You know how I like to do that, guys. And so we're almost done, about halfway through, and then I'll be able to download it, and tomorrow we'll probably just do a slight review. So I hope you guys are doing well. Saying hello to everybody on TikTok. Please head over to YouTube and join us. My friend Trash and Troll kicking it with us. Guys, just so you know, I started a Clapper account today because TikTok, this is their second account. They're about to freaking kick me off just for making comedy and not even swearing, but, you know, talking about the news and sharing news with you guys, and they keep pulling content. And now this other second account that's at 18,000 is about to get freaking sliced because they suck. So if you can, please head over to Clapper, where I'm going to be dropping all of the same content I drop on TikTok, and I hope they'll allow it to breathe. And they'll allow people to see it without pulling it down and calling it community guidelines when it's freaking the news over my shoulder. Reading news stories over my shoulder. How could that be community guidelines violations, you motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Anyway, we're here, guys. 1534 in a row. Joanne, the hair's not doing all right tonight. It's raining and snowing and all kinds of stuff, you know? But we got the Jaguar here. Guys, I was watching the Coming to America scene again today. It is freaking hilarious. It is so funny. I can't wait to drop that. That'll be on Monday. So I'm going to be dropping clips throughout the week. Back to the Future, Mark, we're going to release on April 1st. My 8th feature film. I hope you guys will be there with me on that. And if you can spread the freaking word about the longest running show on Earth, I'd appreciate it. I've been here, done it, you know? And all we need is for somebody out there to say, you know what? We're going to do that too. It's funny. Something's off tonight. I think the freaking dogs were down here last night. Hold on, I'm on up. Is that better? I think that's better. I'm freaking sitting here, and everything's like, and I'm thinking, why is it so dim, the sound? Because the freaking dogs were down there last night, stepping on stuff. Freaking dogs. You know, sometimes when you're doing it, and the dogs get in the way and mess it all up. Hold on. Check. Is that better? That's a little better there. You know, it's just like, Zabrowski! I need a woohoo from Matt Zabrowski. I'm throwing it to him. Woohoo! Right? Oh, man. That was a good one. You know, when you're doing it 1,534 days in a row, and Matt Zabrowski hits you with a woohoo, you know, how is everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Please hit that screen a few thousand times. The more you do it, the more people will join us. This is the longest running show on the planet, 1,534 days in a row. And I keep showing up. So if you could tell some people when I'm here, I'd appreciate it, because they really don't do that. And if you stick around, you'll see why. But we're going to play a couple songs tonight. And if you like original music and if you like blues, then don't go anywhere, because we're going to write a song or two. I haven't played this in, what, 5 days? All right, this is going to be... Trish Killing in the house. Wharton Thistle. I'm looking at Maudib, and I see Virginia. And S-Coop, thank you for being here. You rock. Oh, goodness. Barella doing it, right? And when Barella's doing it, everybody's kind of standing around, and they're just taking note. They're like, let me see what Barella does this time. Yeah, I get it, you know? Oh, goodness. Guys, when I put out this next feature film, how many people are going to be here? 3? That's fine, as long as you 3 are laughing with me, but I hope it's more than 3, because it's freaking hilarious. This is one of the best feature films I've ever done, and I can't wait to release it. I'm from the year 2769. What could be a better freaking storyline than that? You know, and then, of course, I've been everybody that you've ever looked up to in history. The storyline gets better. Abraham Lincoln, I did it. Slavery, I put it to, you know, an end. There is no more slavery because of Abraham. When you do the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863 and you wear a top hat, you know, it's kind of like you're good. And then they shot in Ford Theater, but I was out before then. You know, I was moving on to freaking Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, doing it. You know, guys, it's music night, but we create live improv comedies, and we have 8 feature films. The Trump Files, which is my 7th feature film, is being premiered over an 8-week period because it's 4 hours long. And we're on week 3. It's coming up Thursday at 5 p.m. So if you haven't, please join us on YouTube, subscribe, and be in the chat on 5 on Thursday. All right, we have to erase something. Something there. I think I wrote something the other day with that. I didn't do anything with it, but if you're here on TikTok, hello. My name is Mark Pires. Been live for 1,534 days in a row. And if you just found me, that's kind of crazy because I've been here for 4+ years every day, so I'm glad you found me. But head over to freaking YouTube. It's a much better experience. You get to see the show. And of course, for some reason, the BeatSeat, you know why? Stupid dogs. You know, they went by and they touched things. They're stupid big, you know, Max with that dumb head, you know? Oh, that's why. Hold on. That should work now. Come on, give it to me. We need the Brio to work, which is going to give us, it's not even a Brio really anymore. It's deactivate and activate. There we go. It's the BeatSeat scene. That's actually a, what is that thing called? M50 Mark II, I think. That's what we use for the BeatSeat. We should do a gear episode. What does Mark use? If anybody's actually a gearhead and wonders what I stream with, we can do an episode on that. So, music night. We have an open space on the loop station. Shall we write a song? Guys, give me a freaking title. Give me a couple words, 3 words if you want to do a Harry Mack style. 3 words in it. Give me a freaking title. Give me a topic. We're writing a song. All you got to do is ask. That's you, guys, also. TikTok or YouTube. I freaking love this new guitar, I got to tell you. couple words they can type into the screen or a freaking topic so I can write you a song. Test me out. Let's see what he can do, guys. What can he write? Anything good? Freaking, all you have to do is say something. You're there. Just say, what do we do? You know, I'm here. Got a guitar in the hand. And I got a BeatSeat. The first drum in the world, you could be like... The BeatSeat. First drum in the world, you could do that. Kick it while you freaking play your guitar. We're gonna do that. I can't believe nobody can freaking type. What's wrong with your fingers? I'm using mine to play. Drum for guitar players. Head to BeatSeat.rocks, you can check it out, or head over to YouTube right now so you can see it. Other intentions, but everything never goes the way you plan. No, there's always a fork in the road. It's too late to swerve, you gotta go long way around to find the answers you're looking for. Drive along the shoreline, take your time. Yeah, that's all you got, my friend. If you can live within it, you can find something special. Yeah. All the clouds are hanging over you. I'm not talking about them, say more figuratively. Yeah, you've been hiding on too many demons. Yeah, you can't let go, hide and blow. Yeah, I don't know, but but you gotta try to make peace with yourself before it's too late. Drop the grudges, yeah, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Oh yeah, you got to drop it before it's too late. Yeah, before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Grudges, drop the hate. You drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Yeah, you drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Drop the hate, yeah. Gotta drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. You know, cause they're gonna call it checkmate, yeah. You can get the players back on the board once they're off on the sideline, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the grudges, drop the hate, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the force, yeah, before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Before it's too late, yeah, you can't get it back on your plate, yeah, once it's gone down the drain. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Grudges, drop the hate before it's too late. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. You gotta drop the grudges,
drop the hate, yeah, before it's too late. Yeah, your soul is at play. It's your fate, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate, yeah, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. 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 Drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Before it's too late. Before it's too late, yep, you got to get it on the plate, yep. Oh, yeah, yeah, drop the grudges, drop the hate, yeah, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Before it's too late, yeah, 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 yeah. It's never too late if you find a way. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. If you can drop the grudges, you can find a way to the light. Yeah, yeah. You couldn't sleep alright every night. Yeah, yeah. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. It's fire. Just show up. Just keep showing up. And allow the moment to do something. Drop the hate. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Before it's too late. Oh yeah, you gotta find your way. Drop the grudges, drop the hate. Woo! Guys, I'll have to edit that at some point. But we did it. Bradley Smith in the house. I see Pamela Swan. Chris Donaldson's here. Jeffrey Flissick in the house. I love it when I see Jeffrey Flissick in the house. And Chris Donaldson's giving some freaking, it's like St. Patty's Day love from Krista Barella. He got it in the chat. S. Coop's shining like a friggin' star. I see it. Renee Woods is doing it double-decker style, if you guys don't know. She's here on TikTok, telling you to go to @MarkPires on YouTube, where the freaking video is much better, audio is perfect, and you can see some comedy too, likely, because we are 30 minutes into this, what is going to be probably about an hour. So, fam and friends, what did you think of that song? Stop the friggin' hate. I mean, I think we have a Stop the Hate song, but that was Stop the Grudges. You got to get rid of your grudges. If there's anything I'm starting to understand, it's like the grudges are the thing that will keep us from our happiness. And we are really we are the slave to whoever that is you have a grudge over. It's like they have so much power over you. And I don't think we realize that. We're just like, oh, I got a grudge and screw this person. And it's like, that person, my old manager used to say this best. He said, let me see, why is this showing up here? And it shouldn't be. My old manager used to say, you're living rent-free in his head, is the way he used to say it. because I go in there and I do like my listing presentation where I'd go in with my drone and I'd walk in there and I just be myself. I think that's how I get listings. I go in there and I sit down with people and have a conversation with them. And I find a way to talk to them and get them to understand that I'm a human being sitting across from them who's not trying to pitch them on anything. I'm trying to help them. And I think in that, when you truly want to help people and you're sitting across from them and they're asking you questions, the intent is coming from the right place. And so you, in general, if you could find a way to want to help, then every single person you come in contact with has an opportunity to be helped and also to elevate their current mood just because of that intention of wanting to help, wanting to be there for each other. And that's powerful intention. And I think that if we could start having an intention when we leave the house every day, that we're going to go and smile at more people. We're going to go and find a way to communicate with others that we maybe don't agree with at times. And we know we don't agree with. We have to find a way to get around it. Remember, when we were kids, our parents used to say, don't talk about religion, politics, or money. When you're at cocktail parties, when you're out at restaurants, when you're out with friends, you don't talk about politics, religion, or money. Okay, well, 2023, we're only talking about religion, politics, and money on all social media platforms. So the thing is, this is society's intention to disrupt our harmony and to destroy our ability to come together. It's doing a freaking knockout job. It really is. And I think what we have to understand is it is what it is. There's no way to change it. I hate that saying, it is what it is. It's almost like a give up thing. It is what it is. It is. It's a give up thing. But the reality is, when you're talking about something like the evil of this world, the man that runs everything and controls this whole deal that's going on with everything from finance to what we see on the news across the board, it is about absolute control. And I think the scariest thing about 2023 for the people who want control is there's too much information for them to try to suppress in order to control their message. And that's where we are, is like everybody's pulled down. It's funny, I put a piece of content up today on this new platform called Clapper. And it's not new, maybe it is, I don't know. But I just made a video. And I think the video was basically like, and I wonder if I could find it. If I type in Clapper on Google. And if I can find this, I'm going to play it for you so you can see this. Let's see if I can find this. I mean, this would be crazy if it worked, because I doubt it. I just changed the name and everything. But how do you get to Clapper? Here we go. Let's see if I can get into the Clapper app. And let's see if we can just, maybe it's an actual channel, like you can get there. Oh, here we go, clapperapp.com. So it's a place you can go. Let's see if I could type in myself and find it. It doesn't work like that, I don't think. You need an app of some sort. Does that mean I can do it this way? Anyway, I'll have to figure this out. But the bottom line is this, guys. On Clapper, I did this video. I meant to download it and upload it to other platforms, but I just said, I'm sure every person out there has a why I'm suppressed story. Here's mine. And that was the video. There's basically my story. I've been the longest running show on earth, been live for 1,534 days in a row, and they lie to you when they tell you consistency matters, because I'm the proof it doesn't. And the reality is, when they want to keep a message from the world, this is what they do to you, is they just keep everybody from you, no matter what you put out. And so that's the world we live in. So that's the suppression story I was telling. And I said, everybody has one. Letty, our family member over here, she's the one who told me to go over to Clapper because she duetted one of my TikToks and it got pulled down. And for community guidelines. And she's like, now I have a warning. And the crazy thing is, thank goodness mine wasn't yet, but these motherfuckers over on TikTok pull everything down. I did my Donald Trump Files satire. It's comedy. And they pulled it down for misinformation and for community guidelines and 3 pieces of it. And now I'm on the freaking cusp of losing my TikTok platform for the second time. 18,000 people twice in a row. They're basically about to cut me off. And I'm like, it's nuts that this is what's going on, But that's where we are, 2023, is you actually are in fear every time you push, upload. Every time I create a piece of content on TikTok, I'm almost like afraid to upload it because I'm like, are they going to pull this down and call it misinformation or call it community guidelines? All they have to do is they don't have any reasons. They never do. And when you appeal it, they'll be like, yeah, no, this is not coming back on. I'm like, it's freaking comedy. Who the frig watched this? Who manually reviewed these 3 pieces of comedy and was like, oh no, we can't let this stay on TikTok. Such pieces of shit. I'm so sick of it. It's like, hold on. I put up straight up comedy. This is like satire. And the funniest thing is it's like you got Trump talking to President Xi-Hole, and Xi-Hole's not even speaking English. That's the comedy bit about it. And Trump's saying, he's not even, what does he say? I don't know. Is he talking about Tupac Shakur? And like, it's freaking hilarious. And they gave me 3 pull downs. It's like, what are you kidding me? And when I appealed all 3, they pulled all 3 down. Yep, no, this is no good. This is against our guidelines. What? Comedy's against your guidelines? You freaking complete garbage. That's why I'm starting to hate the app. I'm starting to hate TikTok. Like, I just want to have my show be heard. I want my content to get out there. And when we get to 18,000 each time, it's like, well, let's just find things from 3 months ago and pull this guy's content down and get rid of his platform. It's like, what the? Holy cow. So anyway, Clapper. Hopefully we build out Clapper and we get people and they allow my content to breathe and they don't pull it down. We'll see. So, bottom line, guys. Uh-oh. I just closed something. I don't know what it was. We have a Trump Files movie coming out in a few days. I hope you guys check it out. And the Hidden Camera Coca-Cola movie, we have some really funny moments in that. I hope you'll check that out. It's live right now. I'm going to pop something on for you as a kind of teaser because we are premiering the 3rd episode of the Trump movie. It's called The Trump Files on Thursday at 5. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share a little piece of it so you guys can see what you're about to get on Thursday. Now, TikTok, I'm going to have to shut off the feed because I can't get you guys to see this. So I'm going to flipperoo it and it's not going to work. So I'm going to shut off TikTok. Head over to YouTube if you can. Renee will tell you how to get there. It is at Mark Pires. That's all you have to do. And this is just a taste of the 3rd episode of the Trump Files by Menon.
Don't drink the poison.
Hold on. YouTube, everybody on TikTok.
It's Hammerl and Jameson live from the studio, but we're going to take this to Donald Trump for episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Welcome and thank you for joining me on episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're talking about poison again. That's right. Don't drink the poison. Also, don't eat any food prepared by poison. Everything she touches turns to poison. Anyway, I've got some amazing clips for you today of Poison. We're going to see her in action again. She's a terrible human being. Take a look at this one, for example.
Do you think that it is time for Vice President Biden to address this head-on himself?
Now, before we get started, you remember how they treated Trump, right? You remember how they treated Kavanaugh when he was trying to be nominated? They stepped all over the man's life, his dignity, his integrity. But this Poison's talking about Sleeps Over Joe like he's walks on water, really. Take a listen.
Well, I have great sympathy for any women who bring forth an allegation. I'm a big, strong supporter of the Me Too movement. I think it's been made a great contribution to our country.
Oh, well, this is great. So we should have a really great endorsement by Nancy Pelosi to support this Tara Reid with her allegations. Let's hear what Pelosi has to say.
And I do support Joe Biden. I'm satisfied with how he has responded. I know him. I was proud to endorse him on Monday.
So let me get this straight. The reporter asks you what you think about Sleeps Over Joe being accused of rape, sexual abuse, And you're satisfied? What? This is not right, Nancy, no.
Very proud to endorse him.
Whoa, look, everybody, it's Proud Paloisen.
And so I'm satisfied with that.
So let me get this straight, Nancy. Because you put your 37 pounds behind Sleep Sofa Joe, you now no longer believe anybody who accuses Sleep Sofa of wrongdoings because you threw your weight behind Sleep Sofa Joe. I just want to make sure that people know what you stand for. 30, maybe 36 pounds, I don't know.
I mean, he hasn't, to be clear, he hasn't addressed it. His campaign has addressed it, but he has not directly addressed it. Should he directly, publicly address it?
Did you see? She looks like a deer in headlights. Okay, you guys ready for your first spin class with Nancy Pelosi? I hope you brought your mats. Lay them out. Here we go.
You know, it's a matter that he has to deal with, but I am impressed with the people who worked for him at the time saying they absolutely never heard one iota of information about this. Nobody ever brought forth a claim or had anybody else tell them about such a claim.
Oh, that's great, Nancy. Thank goodness that the people that work for Sleep Sofa Joe said they've never heard an iota. Any inkling, you say, of anything that Joe Sleep Sofa Bumbling Biden ever did wrong?
But again, we have an important election at hand.
And there it is. The true colors come out from Pelosi. They don't care what Biden has done wrong. They just want to beat Trumper that bad. Rape, smelling little girls' hair, stealing speeches, whatever. Oh, fake civil rights guy, too, forgot. They'll say whatever they can to undercut the Trump.
One that is, I think, one of the most important ones that we've had. We say that every election, but I think this one is the most crucial.
So crucial that you'll forget about your support for the Me Too movement. You really are Pelosi, Nancy. You know that, right?
And I supported him because he's a person of great values, integrity, authenticity.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing here right now. She said values, integrity, and authenticity. Are you sure you're speaking about Sleep Sofa Joe?
Imagination.
There you go again, Pelosi. Imagination? You're kidding, right? This is Sleep Sofa Joe. He's been in office for 44 years and done absolutely nothing. He can imagine what it would be like to actually accomplish something, I guess.
And a connection to the American people.
You must be kidding, Nancy, right? Sleep Sofa Joe is currently looking for a connection to reality.
He understands the kitchen table issues of America's working families.
Okay, 1 out of 2. He probably knows what a kitchen table is. I'll give him that much.
He's the personification of hope.
Joe Biden is the personification of dope.
And optimism for our country, and I was proud to endorse him. And America needs a person like Joe Biden with his integrity.
Remember that this entire interview took place because Joe Biden was accused of raping a woman. And she's standing by his integrity.
His integrity and his vision for the future.
I'm very confused by this one. Looking into the future, vision. Sleep Sofa Joe has a hard enough time looking into the next hour. Never mind days, weeks, and years ahead. This is not a condition that gets better. It only gets worse. Look, I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 14 of The Donald Trump Show. Pelosi Part 2. You know, she's basically the Crypt Keeper, right? I keep wondering if they're going to do Tales from the Crypt 2. I have the perfect typecast character for you. Her name is Nancy Pelosi. We call her Pelosi. And I'm sure you can find her online under The Devil's Best Friend. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump Show.
It's Hammerlin Jameson live from the studio. We're joined by Donald Trump for episode 15 of the Donald Trump Show.
Thank you for joining me. Episode 15, The Donald Trump Show. Today we go back to bumbling Biden. That's right, Sleeps Over Joe. I got a doozy for you tonight. Check this out.
Mean we can't ensure our future is made in America, with American paying, good paying union jobs here at home.
Okay, wait a minute. I've been saying America first for like 4 years. And I'm called a racist, a xenophobe, etc. But Sleep Sofa Joe says it. And everyone's like, oh my goodness, look, Sleepy Joe. He's a genius. Wow. Honestly, if he doesn't fall asleep on camera, he's going to beat me. But he's going to fall asleep on camera. Just wait for it, people.
Here at home, making it in America.
Bumbler, here at home would be made in America. I think he may have said that because Sleepy Joe also owns a piece of land in the Ukraine.
These are the most critical investments we can make for the long-term health and vitality of both the American economy and the physical health and safety of the American people.
So, Sleepy, you had 44 years in the Senate, 8 years as the vice president, and now when you're not in office, you're taking my ideas and pretending that they're your ideas?
Even if we weren't facing a pandemic and an economic crisis, we should be making these investments anyway.
Look, Sleep Sofa, you could say what you want, but you sound like a bumbling idiot at this point. You were in there for 8 years. Do you want me to keep saying it? I will.
To power a clean energy revolution in this country, we need to modernize America's infrastructure.
Wait a second. Did he say
That's right.
facing a pandemic?
You wouldn't have been able to modernize
Guys,
our
hold on a
infrastructure.
minute. Did I just find something really
On
damning?
camera. He's going to beat me, but he's going to fall asleep on camera. Just wait for it, people.
Here at home, making it in America.
Bumbler,
Hold on.
here at home would be made in America. I think he may have said that because Sleepy Joe also owns a piece of land in the Ukraine.
These are the most critical investments
Oh, no,
we
it's
can
July
make for the
28th,
long-term
2020.
health and vitality of both the American economy and the physical health and safety of the American people.
So, Sleepy, you had 44 years in the Senate, 8 years as the vice president, and now when you're not in office, you're taking my ideas and pretending that they're your ideas?
Even if we weren't facing a pandemic and an economic crisis, we should be making these investments anyway.
When did he freaking
Look,
say
Sleep
that?
Sofa, you could say what you want, but you sound like a bumbling idiot at this point. You were in there for 8 years. Do you want me to keep saying it? I will.
To power a clean energy revolution in this country, we need to modernize America's infrastructure.
That's right. You wouldn't have been able to modernize our infrastructure in the 80s when you were vice president. You were just vice president 4 years ago, moron.
Despite this overwhelming need, this president and the Republican Congress have simply failed to act.
Okay, so critique coming from a guy who's been hiding in his basement since he left office at 16. He was in his basement pre-coronavirus, you know that, right?
10,000s, actually tens of thousands.
How many?
10,000s, actually tens of thousands.
Wow, that's a lot, Joe.
There's no other way of saying it.
Well, for Joe Biden, you're right. There's only one way of saying it. The Sleep Sofa way.
Donald Trump promised a big infrastructure bill when he ran in 2016.
I have massive plans for this country, but the Democrats have not made it easy.
Seems like every few weeks, when he needs a distraction from the latest charges of corruption in his staff or the conviction of high-ranking members of administration and political apparatus, the White House announces, quote, it's Infrastructure Week.
Sleep Sofa, you know, I have to tell you, I think you should just stop running. Because every time you have a gaffe, or every time you say something super racist, the media starts a race war, or they totally flip it. Oh, he raped someone? Let's talk about how much integrity he has.
But he's never delivered.
Way to go, Joe. Let's find the 1 or 2 things I couldn't do in the first 4 years, and let's make a big deal out of it.
He's never really even tried.
I have to say, Sleepy, the Sleep Sofa Joe is hilarious. Partly for the goofy things he says with a straight face, but then look at what he said there. I haven't tried. I don't try. Are you kidding me? I sleep like 3 hours a day. I don't get paid for my job. And I get crapped on all day by you fake news morons. And you say I don't try.
Well, I know how to get it done.
The only thing that Sleep Sofa Joe knows how to get done is putting his head on a pillow and taking a nap. That he can get done every single day, afternoon, night. Look, I've got to go, but I'll see you tomorrow on the next Donald Trump show.
Hamill and Jameson introducing episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show, The Gates to Evil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me on episode 16 of the Donald Trump Show. Today we're talking about Dr. Evil. That's right, Bill Gates, Fauci. They're all in it together. And I think you'll be surprised when you see Vladimir Putin in the mix. And even George Soros. So we're going to get into it now. Let's take a look at the first piece.
Dr. Evil, are you there?
Well, hi, Bill Gates. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk?
Yep, I'm here in the evil lair right now. I heard about all your work on the vaccines. Quite promising. Hold on. Put you on speakerphone. So tell me, what's the latest, Bill?
Look, we have to get our vaccines in order if we want to try to stop the spread of the coronavirus. And consequently, I own all of the patents and I have all of the companies that are actually going to provide the vaccines. And Moderna, you may have heard of, that's actually my company. I'm going to be the one who makes all the money at the end. But we have to do it. It's going to kill a lot of people, and it's going to put a lot of more money in my pocket to be the shelf effect, where everybody else dies and I get everything. I'm going to try to take over the world, is really the plan here.
Look, Bill, that's usually what we do here at Evil Headquarters. I'm frickin' Dr. Evil. Anyway, how could I help?
Well, it looks like I've got everybody lined up and ready for the big reveal. They're all afraid. They're at home quarantined, and they're not sure if it's safe to go outdoors. So they're ready for the takedown.
Yeah, I get it. You want to take over the world.
People are starting to understand that I have an ulterior motive, and it's financially based, it's population reduction based, and they don't like it. And I just want to try to find out how to do it successfully like you did.
I don't have time to give you the ins and outs.
Do you have any tips or suggestions that you can give me?
Well, Bill, fear seems low. I would release the murder hornets.
Well, I really appreciate your advice, Dr. Evil. I know you've gone through this before.
I do take over the world at least once a month.
I think it's very important that we do this the right way.
The right way is the only way.
If we do it correctly from the beginning, then I'm going to be the leader of the world.
Look, Bill, I'm going to be honest with you. What's yours is mine. I'm just going to do it all myself. I already released the murder hornets. Don't open your windows. Frankly, I was shaken by the images. I could not believe it when I had this YouTube video sent to me. These things are going on behind the Trumpers' back. And I don't like it. No. We're going to stop the Dr. Evil. We're going to stop Bill Gates. He's not even a freaking doctor. You know that, right? He's not a doctor. Doesn't even play a doctor on TV. He just pretends. He walks around, puts a stethoscope on, I think, when he's at home. Melinda, look, I've got a stethoscope on. I'm a doctor. No, you're not. You're just a stupid billionaire. Well, look, let's keep going. Let's see what these morons are up to.
Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
Dr. Evil. Bill Gates is on the evil monitor.
Bill, it's Dr. Evil. Oh, hi, Dr. Evil. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bill.
So glad to get you on the line again.
I think it's about time we release our secret weapon. Can you get him on the line, number 2?
Dr. Evil. Call on the evil monitor.
Dr. Fauci, It's Dr. Evil.
Hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Fauci, we need you to continue pushing the narrative. If we want them to take the vaccine, they need to be scared. We need the public to believe that they're in danger. And the only one who's in control of that right now is Dr. Fauci.
Well, we have to be very careful. Can't let the president know what we're doing.
Look, we need to continue to push fear. If we want them to take the vaccine, we're going to have to pretend that they need it. So I'm going to get onto every network station, and I'm going to continue to push the narrative. I'm thinking about deploying the murder hornets.
We should probably be searching for a murder hornet vaccine as we speak.
This sounds like a great idea, Dr. Fauci. Get on it, and I'll see you guys soon. Just remember, keep me apprised. Wait, no, hold on, I'm not done.
We're going to have to continue to act stealth with this mission.
One more thing. Don't forget our mantra. We all need vaccines.
That we all need vaccines.
And I will eventually take over the world. See, this is the agenda of the New World Order, run by Bill Gates, President Xi. They drop a virus, I call it the Fluhan, on the world. They cripple the global economic system. They put everybody in quarantine. They gotta wear a mask. You can't go out without a mask. And everybody's still fine. The death rate's like the frickin' flu, and they say everybody must get a vaccine. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm Donald J. Trump, and I won't be getting a vaccine. You've got an immune system for a reason. You don't need an immunity like a vaccine made by people like Fauci that just are trying to line their pockets with dollar bills, y'all. So take a look at this last clip. Kinda pisses me off. He called me on pocket dial. You'll see, take a look. Number 2, get me Bill Gates.
So, Thursday, 5 p.m., make sure you join me for the full premiere. You want to see the rest of that Dr. Evil episode. And then there's a Mark Zuckerchooch episode after that, so don't miss it. And I think possibly the Nadler episode as well, because he's a freaking liar. Jerry Nadlier, that's the name of the episode. And I think that one's on there as well. So make sure you join me for that. Tomorrow, I hope to also have for you just some touches of Back to the Future, Mark, the final version, which I think will be done tomorrow, or at least enough of a rough version for me to review with myself, I guess. I'll give you a couple pieces, but I'm going to be watching it a couple times to see if I've missed anything and make sure it's perfect. I did have some thoughts on doing something totally off the wall. I just don't know if I can. We'll see. Right now, the movie's great. Really don't
Building
have
your
to do it, but
online
it'd be pretty
business?
cool if I did. Anyway, so let me say goodnight to you. If you're here, Chris Donaldson, my friend, Barella, Leisure 7, Maudib, Pamela Swan, S. Coop, and We of Liberty and Freedom. And if you are out there doing a lurkaroo, I appreciate you. Tomorrow, we will do it again. Until then, Virginia. I see Virginia as well. Let me run through it again. If you're here, say something. Barella, Chris Donaldson, Leisure number 7, Maudib, Juegos. You know when you got the Juegos. Pamela Swan, S. Coop, Virginia, and We of Liberty and Freedom. You guys are awesome. Tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. Hope you enjoyed the song tonight. Remember, stop the grudges, drop the hate. Till tomorrow. It's Mark and Spires.
You got to go away.
Have a great night, fam. You got to go away.
You got to go